Welcome back.
Good old Cast and Blast Outdoors. We got some. Oh yeah, there we go. We got it going. So another week. Got a special guest on. Carson, who we got in here with us?
We got old Ryan Miners, the Santee champion.
Yep. So we'll talk a little bit about the Special Olympics tournament coming up. That is this weekend. I'm actually gonna go out on the lake tomorrow, do some filming with Bass Mooch, and then I'm gonna fish a club tournament Saturday probably. And we're gonna let him talk about his tournament down at Santee and how he did, what he should have did, what he should have not did, and we'll just kind of go from there, hang out, and
Tell fish stories.
yeah, tell some fish stories and interact with whoever's on the comments in a little bit. So, what you want to get started with?
Well, we can start on your practice day.
Look, my practice day was really good. I went the first day, I went to a creek that I've had a lot of experience in. I went to it and I couldn't catch any fish, and it wasn't going very well. And I went to this group of trees that I always go to, and I caught 3 back to back. Went around the corner, I caught 2 back to back.
They're loaded.
Yeah.
I backed out of there. I backed out of there. I said, man, that's really good. I didn't have another bite all day once I left that creek. The next day I went to a whole different side of the lake. Went up the river actually, and went to an area and got bit late in the day around 1 o'clock.
You get in my spot?
It's
You go to my
close.
spot?
Get off my hole!
It's close. It's close. I went up the river, and I pulled on this set of bank actually, and I shook one off, and I caught one, and then I lost a couple more. I caught them. I say that I shook them off. Probably wouldn't have ever gotten to the boat anyways. But and then I did that, so I had 2 good spots that I really wanted to try. And I backed up out of there. That was the only 2 places I got bit in the past 2 days. I felt pretty confident. Shouldn't have.
Yeah, you felt confident you could go up there and
Yeah.
at least catch you,
Mhm.
at least catch you 5 decent ones.
Yeah. It was gonna be tough for everybody. We all knew it,
Yeah.
but I didn't know how tough it was gonna be. But it was really tough come tournament day. I went up river because I had the bigger bites up river.
Yeah.
And I went up there, got to my first spot, I don't know, like an hour in, I caught my first fish. I didn't expect it to turn on till later.
So the first fish was pretty much a bonus.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was very confident after that first fish. And I knew I was gonna have to sort through the little ones. We caught 8 or so that morning.
Yeah.
Sorted through the little ones, and there wasn't no big ones. And
That's usually how it goes.
and I fished in that part all till about 1 o'clock, and I thought they were going to turn on. They never did, and it was too late. I figured something out late in the day, and I said, well, I'm just going to run it the next day.
Yeah.
Well, I weighed in.
So that was day 1.
That was day 1.
So what did you end up having day 1?
1 fish.
Okay. Hey, I mean, one's better than nothing, you know.
And
I mean, you could have went out there and never had a bite. I mean, it happens. So
yeah, and so I weighed in 1 fish, but lately I've been doing pretty well, but that kind of killed me.
yeah.
And it sucks when all your buddies catch them because all of them caught them.
That's definitely one of the worst feelings.
Yeah.
Especially that's kind of like how the BFL regional went.
Yeah.
We didn't catch them, but Tanner did.
Yeah.
But
Gotta be there to catch them now.
yeah. So day 2.
Day 2, I had a complete different game plan. I tried everything in practice on day 1, and repeat Tanner's comment.
We got some comments coming in here. Oh yeah, Nick, we're gonna catch some big ones tomorrow.
But I went to the opposite side of the whole lake, and I did something that I don't love doing. I was fishing ditches, and I went in there. I get to my first ditch of the day, catch one. My partner catches one, and right off the bat, it was short. And I'm like, okay, you know, he catches one more. I'm like, we might be doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I just got to sort through the little ones. Well, I had like 8 ditches in this one creek, and this one, you know, big creek.
Where's
Potato
Nah.
Creek. I'll tell you, it was in Potato Creek. You can have that place.
Yeah,
You can have the whole lake. I don't care. And so I went and fished in one little ditch for probably an hour and a half, and we caught a keeper out of it. Caught a bunch of shorts, and it was hydrilla's crazy in there. Crazy. You can see
Really?
5 foot deep.
Really?
And the grass has really cleaned it out, which I hate. I wish it was dark.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't.
Yeah,
know.
that's like when me and you was talking on the phone. You said you could see
Hey, you can drop your whole rod down in there and see
it all
the
to the
end
bottom.
of it.
Mm.
And so I left there and I fished ditches all day. And I mean, I had like a little bit more than I had on day one. I had a little bit more on day 2 than I had on day 1. I had, I don't know, almost 3 pounds on day 2. It sucks.
You whacked them.
And but a lot of people, a lot of people didn't catch them.
Yeah.
And I was just one of them.
You're gonna have that. Like it's gonna happen.
I was just happy that I made it back in one piece. I only kind of messed my boat up a little bit.
A little bit.
How many of them?
How many of them stomps did you hit?
I hit one really hard.
Did you?
I flew in. I was on plane. I come into the brickyard and practice, and I was fishing in the brickyard, and it's 1.5 foot deep in there. And I got on plane coming out, and you thought I hit a brick wall. It stopped my entire boat.
Mm.
It didn't hit my motor, but it hit the front of my boat, and I had that little black piece that covers the front of it up.
Oh,
Kill-
yeah.
kill guard.
Luckily,
Yeah.
it did what it's supposed to do.
Mm.
And there was guys over my shoulder fishing, and they thought it was over. I mean, it sounded really bad. I ran that, you know, a couple times and never had a problem.
That's like when we was down there.
And it's 4 foot low right now.
Oh, yeah,
It's awful.
Yeah, that'd be a
And-
little sketchy.
They said day 1 a guy came out of John C. and went straight to Utah Springs, just right across.
Mm.
I
Never
said,
lit
did he
up.
make it back?
Never lit up.
Never lit up.
Just wave as it goes.
I'll have that thing skint back down there, but I ain't going straight across.
Yeah, I'll have that trolling motor on high. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he
And the mug
my
running.
Man, my man backs his boat in, dropped the trolling motor down, and let it sit eat.
Yeah.
I thought Carson was there a couple times because guys they'd hit the boat check, they'd hit the guy telling them to go, they'd turn around, they'd get right back to the back. I said,
Yep, that's one of Carson's tricks
Yep.
right there.
It's rough, like boat check and or blast off and doing that. And
Turn around going backwards.
yeah, the blast off point's way up here, and so I got to idle through everyone and then get on the plane and I just run through everyone. It's like, see you later.
yeah, that's exactly what they were doing.
That's
But-
crazy.
I went in the channel both days actually, and I ran upriver the first day, and on the first day I was going towards the 95 bridge,
Yeah.
and I was running down, and there was a skeeter in front of me. And he was hauling. I mean, he was rooster tail, letting it eat 250,
Yep.
and 20-foot boat, and I'm gaining on him, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Is he
I
just
don't
going
either.
slow?
Yeah.
And the water was so calm. I had full tanks of gas, and I didn't look down or nothing. Well, I come by him. Right beside him. I get to the bridge, and I'm looking at my graph, and I was doing 71, and didn't even have the pedal all the way to the floor.
Mm.
He come by me. He didn't know what to think. I mean, I might not catch fish, but I can get there fast.
Yep. My man likes a race.
That's about all I'm worth when it comes to fishing. Unless you down here, you know.
Yeah.
Heck, I would have followed that sucker.
I did that one year. We was down there one year. That's when I had my old boat, and that was like one of the first times I'd ever been there. And when I was running the channel going down,
Mm-hmm.
and I was behind that dude. It wasn't windy or nothing, so I was kind of like staying with him. And all of a sudden, we're just going, and he just goes. I was like, I I guess I'm going to fish that too. So I just followed him just so I could know how to run.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's a bad mistake.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's like when one of the guys that commented on here, Tanner, one of our buddies, man, he showed me how to run Santee. That was a little sketchy.
And based on Tanner's boat driving skills,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd follow him.
Yeah, because I'm driving, he's like, just turn here and keep it wide open. I was like, beside them trees, that big old line of trees, yeah, it's wide open. Alright, just let it eat. And then we come through one spot and it was just barely big enough for the boat. I looked over, I was like, you want me to slow down a little bit? He said, nah, let it eat through it. Alright. Yeah, it was pretty sketchy.
Hey, I guess being down there with the water 4 foot low. I mean,
that would be a little different.
if you pay attention, like if you're down there and fishing or whatever, and whatever you saw and the stuff you usually run, you can look at it and just say, all right, well, I can get through that next time I'm down here when the water's up.
Yeah.
Well, stuff I normally run looked like a pin cushion. There were so many stumps out there. I'm like, I ran that.
And that was what tournament was that? That you fished?
The CBC championship.
Championship? Okay, that's what I thought.
Which I don't know if I'm going to fish the CBC again next year.
Next year.
I haven't made my mind up yet. There's too many options.
Yeah, there is. There's a couple new stuff for ABA.
And there's a solo cat deal back to
Yeah.
Bass Kings. It's
Yeah.
solo.
There's a whole bunch of trails coming up.
I'm a big fish by myself person.
Mhm.
If I don't have to have a co-angler, I don't want one.
Yeah. I am like that to a certain extent. But we just,
I'm all for a partner.
yeah. Whenever
I tell you what, Ryan's a big fan of having someone else in the boat with you. I mean, we was fishing a big bass down at Murray, and he loved me so much he smacked me up the back of the head with an A-rig.
As hard as I could, I put every bit I had into that. About knocked him out.
I saw black for about half a second, and then I saw what hit me, and I was just expecting to have 3 or 4 hooks in the back of my head.
Yeah,
I didn't have nothing.
I had never been hit by a rig, but I've been smacked inside the head with a jerkbait from my dad before.
Now,
I'm
2
talking
months
about-
later,
I'm talking about smacked in it where it's in my ear. It was on watery.
really,
Yeah, they come up schooling.
hey, you gotta be ready.
And he wasn't picking his top water up, he just had a jerkbait in his hand. So I had a fish on, and he was like, you want the net? And I was like, no, I'm gonna swing it. And I went to turn this way to swing, and he went to throw this way to cast, and it met me right there inside the head.
Did you get the fish?
Yeah, the fish was in the boat.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Yeah, the fish got in the boat, but he didn't have a shot catching one.
But 2 months later, he nails me in the throat with a half-ounce jig.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I have the video.
I've got the video.
I forgot about that.
That's a funny video.
Yeah.
We might have to post that one on the page.
Dude hit his
rough.
knees. He
Yeah.
said, and hit the deck. And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, we might have to post that one up on the.
That guy that commented, that's my buddy right there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
We might have to post that one up on the page.
Yeah, I think that was next trip later. Where was that, Wiley?
That was wild.
Yeah, it was
Night
wild.
tournament.
Yeah, y'all went out. Yeah, y'all went
That
to
was
the night tournament.
Mhm.
Yep. You can hear the rod. Whack.
Bam! I heard.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Here's another good story. Anybody that's ever been in my boat in the last 5 months knows how I call fish now. when you catch your first fish, you're sticking it on number 2, and then you just fill your limit out. And when you get to number 5, you dump them in there because there is no. I mean there is no
let that
number
one
1.
swim, didn't you?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
that's what I
late. It
thought,
was
yeah.
dark, man.
Yeah.
Well, Thursday night or Tuesday night, or one of those is end of the tournament, whatever. Where I don't think we caught much. We're throwing the fish back and had a couple in there, and Ryan reached back there and was throwing them out. And I don't know how we found out. I don't know if you.
It was
like,
mid-air.
Oh yeah.
It was. I just
you just turned and was like,
There's number one.
We had
Oh,
we had a
crap.
limit. We had a limit in the live well, and for some reason he tagged the first one, but he didn't call tag the rest of them,
Yeah.
and I didn't either. So I'm like,
Only one fish had to.
It was a 3-fish limit tournament.
Yeah.
2, 3, oh no. That was like my actual words, and he looks back and he's like, "You just start my call tag in the water." Yep.
well, that's all right because apparently, I broke my man's net.
Oh yeah, I don't have that foldable net anymore. We was fishing night tournament and
You need to quit fishing night tournaments.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I stepped on it and cracked it. And
I didn't tell you for about a month. I didn't want to make you feel bad. And I was like, I'll just get another one and I'll make a joke out of it later. And, it's just a folk tale.
Sean said, "Y'all boys gonna come up north and fish." Was it New York? Yeah.
Yeah, next
We are gonna plan on trying to do something.
next year.
Come up and meet up with y'all and.
I want to go to New York and I want to go to California to fish.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We got an open invitation to go both places.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I definitely want to go up there and catch some big smallmouth with them. They catch some big ones.
Sean, what do you recommend? Like, let's just say springtime. What's the best fishery up there to produce?
Oh, you talking about going for our trip?
Yeah.
For a trip. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, let's get in winter. Why are we gonna talk about spring?
well, don't their
This
springtime?
man, 3 days of cold weather and he's done.
Springtime, here we go.
But don't their springtime come later than ours? Like when we're fishing
I think
open
so.
water, they're still iced over.
Just the heck, I
I
don't know.
want big smallmouth. That's what I
I
want.
do too.
Alright.
I want them
want
to
big
come out
smallmouth.
like rock.
Smallmouth.
That's what I want to go to. Is a big smallmouth.
I want to hook them, and I want them to shoot out the water like
About
rockets.
7 foot up
yeah.
there. Watch 'em.
Oh,
Just
And I want to scoop them.
Yeah.
With my hand.
Yeah, get it on film. Yeah, make you feel
Mhm.
like you're somebody.
Yeah.
Throw
You
it on the
100%.
boat, Yeah.
picking brownies up out of the water.
You got really quiet. Everybody trying to read.
Spring is late April, May.
Well, okay, all right.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go for your birthday.
Is that prime time to go up there and?
Or is when they spawn in like the summer, right? Because they spawn later.
Don't tempt me. I'll get one in floggers, boy. We'll be looking.
I do want to do that. I want to look through one of them orange tubes.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I don't have to catch
I
fish.
probably should have called it orange too, because I may not have just called it the right name.
I think that's right.
I don't know what he means.
What?
You come see me in my
Hold on, everybody. We're trying to read comments.
Heck, we come up there, we gonna fish.
Yeah, we're going.
We're going-
We're
we're
coming. We fishing.
We're
Do
going,
we
we're
got
going
to
up
have
there.
we got to have a Canadian fishing license to do that, or how does that work?
In New York.
He said he's going to Canada side, Canadian side.
Oh Lord.
I mean, I ain't like going to North Carolina and South Carolina.
Huh?
You can- left side of Buster Boy, right side of Buster Boy. Yeah.
Which there is a lot of tournaments coming out of Wiley this year. CBC's got
Yeah,
one
I
at
know.
Wiley. The Bass King's got one at Wiley.
I
I'm
know.
speaking my language.
Yeah. Yeah, they starting to throw them back out.
You gonna go fish the Black Friday tournament on Wiley?
I am.
There you go.
All right.
I'm thinking about it. I'm fishing somewhere.
Yeah, I think we are. I think we're gonna go fish it.
Huh.
Huh.
What y'all hunt? You can't just leave everybody.
You can only fish the Canadian side before it opens in June. So that's why they post on Instagram that they're fishing all the time in like the summer. Because they can go in June.
Huh.
What you hung about?
I had to throw my hunt in there. Y'all had hunts, so that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'd like to. I'd like to try to do a get a trip plan to go up there.
But yeah, we can do that and go up there and they can show us the ropes.
Yep, that'd be cool.
We can go out there and pull up on a dock.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I'm gonna pull my jig out.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Where do I throw my green pumpkin jig?
Alright, yeah, we'll definitely do it. I'll give you a shout.
Once we get the dates down and
Yep,
figure out, well, we'll have to figure out sometime in the springtime.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm definitely, if I pull up by myself, I'd be looking for the first dock, roll up.
Maybe the only
Drive
dock.
right
Oh,
over to
yeah.
fish to get
Yeah.
to the dock.
Go
And
straight to the dock, turn around, look, somebody pull up out there in the middle of nowhere and start whacking on them.
no docks. That's sad.
He'll find one.
That's sad.
Yeah, we'll find one somewhere. We'll go to the freaking
Yeah.
we'll go to somewhere and buy some wood and stick it out there, right on the end.
Where do I throw my shaky head
These
at?
fish
That's
ain't
all I
never seen
want to
a
know.
dock.
Yeah, they ain't never seen a dock. We put a dock out there, so it'll be loaded.
Yeah, when I go to a lake, I'm looking for the docks. I fished docks at Santee this week. That probably was my
Hey,
problem.
I caught one over 8 pounds off a dock at Santee.
They're on it. They're not on it right now.
I ain't ever caught fish off those stretcher docks.
Well, you've seen that. You've seen that fish.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying I've fished those docks in that creek
You gotta
a
hold your
lot.
mouth right.
Yeah.
You gotta hold your mouth right on the dock, boy.
4 years in, I still ain't holding it right.
Just
Fishing
look.
5 foot of water is
5
different.
foot's close.
No, I like around 15, 20 foot myself, but I do like some docks too.
Look, anything that don't have structure on it is deep to me.
Yeah, yeah.
If I'm pointing my boat out there in the open water, I don't care if I'm in 3 foot of water. That's deep fishing. That's just how
I mean, y'all know how y'all like shallow,
oh yeah.
but
I like, but yeah, you like to watch them.
yeah, I like
That's exactly what you
I
like
like
to
to
do.
just take off and pull up and just start looking for stuff. And once I find that group, I'll be all over the
That's
lake.
all. Yeah. You should have seen us at Greenwood,
Yeah, that's
Chasing after.
dude.
how I like to
we
fish.
We was getting bit almost on every dock, right? We pull up to the dock, we fish the dock, and all of a sudden my man.
I've done that with
I
him.
said, "Where you going?"
We got-
He said, "I'm chasing these bait. Watch this. Look, there's fish right there. Throw out."
we got 50 docks right here in 6 foot of water. I'm like, ooh, look at this. And now we're in the channel in 25 foot of water chasing this bait ball. And we're just like, and we zoom back in. And I'm like,
I
sorry.
said, "We're gonna go back." I said, "Look," I said, "We're gonna go back and fishing the 3 docks we just missed." He said, "Yeah, we'll hit them on the way out." I said, "All right, man."
I like the deep water.
Whew.
That anything over 30, I don't think I've ever
There's
fished.
only a couple places down here that have.
How deep was
40
it?
is
How
it.
deep was that one? You caught that fish and the freaking eyes blew out of its
Oh.
head. Horrible.
60 foot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You caught that one deep.
That's the deepest fish I ever caught.
Yeah, and it was a good one.
Yeah, I pulled them up too much. Just
Well,
to-
that's
Yeah,
quick.
my man horsed him up. As soon as he got to the top, swole, gone. He couldn't even jump out the water. He was dead before he come out the water.
No.
Yeah, you gotta let it run with it now.
Yeah, my man was horsing him.
I caught him on a dang spoon. I mean,
He had that thing with 65-pound braid. He was flipping that spoon what he was doing. He was getting out the bushes.
40, 70 foot. What's the average depth? I don't. Well, what fish are we talking about?
I think
St. Lawrence or Great Lakes?
He's talking about.
he said he goes to St. Lawrence, didn't he?
I think I said that.
Yeah.
Sean,
I don't know. I don't know exactly what lake.
what lakes we talking about? What's the average depth? Like out here, the channel is like 40 to 30 to 60 foot. I'm sure they got like 400 foot up there.
They got some deep water.
It's clear.
Champlain.
Champlain. That's my bucket list.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about there.
400 foot deep or more.
He said 400 or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. I ain't got enough line on my reel.
You ain't get the
Don't
300
worry,
series.
Don't worry, he'll have the line in his boat. He'll keep the same line on his reel for a week.
Yeah, I'll
Especially if it's not his reel.
let me borrow something. I'll show you the bottom of the spool.
You ready to put a new line on it? Just hand it to him.
He can do it quick now.
Oh, quick.
Quick. He got to set up in that
Yeah,
boat.
you should, dude. We was on the lake one day. They come up schooling. He said, "Where's that? Where's the other one?" I said, "Right there on the front deck." He picked up, took it off, or it was actually already ready. He just picked it up and said, "What?"
That's exactly what it sounds like.
I ain't catching them. I said, "Nope," and I ain't throwing that rod no more.
Just got braid on it, and you hear that sound. Put it up.
Yeah.
Put it up, because it's gonna take you a little bit to cut it
And
back out.
if I'm not mistaken, didn't you pick another one up?
Yeah.
He picked another one up. It was like, all right, I guess I'm throwing this one. What? He's like, all right, I'm not using no more of your stuff. I'm done.
There ain't none left.
No.
When you go to pick up someone else's stuff, I mean, it depends on the person, but some people got their stuff set up different. You pick it up and you're used to yours, and you just need to get a cast out there, and they're out there, and you chunk it. And it's
Pretty much everybody, even if it is set up almost the same, like it's not gonna feel the same.
No.
Like it's gonna be different. You're gonna backlash the crap out of it.
It's set up. Mine's set up to how I like to throw it. How I like to set the hook. Carson picked mine up and threw it and set the hook on a fish, and I'd tighten my drag down. I mean, I put him in the boat.
that's how he is.
I put him in. He said, "Oh my God!" He's over there loosening the drag, letting them run with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Put him in the boat."
Yeah, and then they come running at him, and he wonders what they jump and come off. He can't catch up to him.
I tighten it down. If I'm flipping, I just tighten down. And I'm bringing it in.
Mine ain't as tight as I used to have them. Now my dad, my man tightened that thing all the way down on that big green or big game. Big game. He said, "That's that yarn, boy. That thing, put it in the boat." He said, "You ain't gotta have no drag. It ain't broken."
Drag is just an option. You ain't got to use it. Now on my spinning rod, I use it. But
Yeah. What's it say?
see, that's what I want right there. I want to use a new rod.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
What do you got? You got a Lund, don't you?
He just got a new one.
He got a what's he got, a Falcon or something?
No, he's got a big old high wall. I think it's a Lund. Is it?
Yeah, I want to try that. That's what I'm waiting on. Like I'm waiting on those rods to,
Yeah.
officially come out.
Yeah.
Blazer.
Before. Yeah. I knew it was something like that.
Didn't he have
Yeah,
a?
he's got a blazer. No, his brother's got something else.
There. I just remember seeing that sucker.
Yeah, but I'm waiting on those rods. Before I make a
Yeah, his brother's got that.
Okay.
He's got the blazer.
Okay.
That blazer's bad.
any blazer's bad.
Yeah, I like blazers. I really do. Blazers look
Get it
Blazers.
out now.
Blazers are sweet. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I mean, this the podcast is, man. It's just the podcast is fun, man. We just like to hang out, chill out.
Just realized what he said.
Yeah, Blazers. I was seeing if y'all catch on to that.
He did.
It's called something different down here.
Yeah, y'all catch them different up there. We call them different out here.
when I was looking at boats, I looked at them. I don't think I'll ever be able to get out of a bass cat though.
You like to go fast.
I like to go. Now that's a fast boat.
Oh, I know.
Blazer will
Yeah.
me.
Bullet will too.
Yeah, bullet. Well, that I can hold with a bullet.
Depending on what
a newer bullet.
Yeah, depending on what motor's on it.
And with a 4-stroke, I can hold with it. With a 2-stroke, there's no way.
Gone.
Caught red-handed.
But yeah, I'm waiting on those new rods. I'm gonna put in a big order, just buy a bunch. But I want to try those new
Yeah.
ones.
Did you see the Douglas Paroline extension deal? Hats?
Yeah, I seen
Oh,
that.
yeah.
How
That's
do,
cool,
I
yeah.
want to know how to make
Yeah.
that. I want to know how to like order it. I can't figure out the thing. I'm confused. Like have you looked at it?
You probably can ask the man right there.
Yeah.
Because I've looked at it and it just like, what do I do? Who do I contact?
I mean, didn't they have the contact on the email?
They did, but do I? Because I want my thing on my hat.
Yeah.
Ryan Miners _fishing or whatever on it.
Miners, yeah.
I have to have that. That's my last name. That's my last name. I don't know what I'm supposed
No,
to do.
I'm kidding. I'm messing with you, man. We're just having a good time. But yeah, that's probably the man you could get in touch with. I'll shoot you his number and you can get in touch with him. He'll get you hooked up.
I need some more. he's rough, man.
That's what you're gonna have on the side of your hat.
yeah. That's what I'm gonna have.
That'd be
People
fun.
gonna get the wrong idea.
Oh yeah.
You can open up a lot of brands with that name.
It's got a broad spectrum.
Yeah.
Nah, I do want some more, like hats and stuff. I'll ruin a hat.
Dude, they ain't no telling how many hats I got.
You know, I got 2 decent ones. That's why I quit wearing hats, because I done bought too many just to have 2 good ones left.
He just throws them in the truck and sits on them and
Well, no, I mean,
yeah.
in the wintertime, I can keep a hat for a long time because I ain't sweating. The problem is I get dang sweat lines on everything.
Yep.
And
That's why you got different ones. You got your going out ones,
I ain't got
your
time to.
messing around ones, your work ones, your trash ones.
You gotta have the fishing one,
Yeah.
cause it's gonna get soaked in the summertime.
Oh
That's what this one was. But it's gray and you can't tell.
yeah.
Plus, I like this one, but I can't buy it. But at the classic, when you go to the classic, go to the Bass Cat.
You going to
Right.
Classic this year?
If I'm invited, I'm going. Yes,
Yeah,
It's
But-
where's it at again?
Oklahoma, ain't
That's what I thought.
you fall, right?
it? No, Grand Lake.
Really?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
We thought about I don't know if we're gonna fly. I don't know. We might just.
I ain't never
We
flown.
might fly. I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I ain't never flown.
Now ain't the time to fly, in my opinion. Just putting that out there.
Hats. What is hat saver?
Oh, put
Clean
your
hat.
put your sales pitch out there. What you got for us?
What
Probably
you
something
say?
he invented.
Hat saver. It cleans your hat, I guess.
Oh, I tell you how to clean a hat.
How? Put it. I seen that
Bells?
thing on TikTok.
No, you wear it in the shower. You get your shampoo,
Uh,
wash it. I'm not lying.
But don't wash your hair. Just
You
wash your hat.
hair,
It's
too,
so
but
good
you
to go
just
through.
Squirt shampoo on there and you wash it. Rinse it out, and it'll look brand new.
If don't, I
You
put
wash.
Dawn on my hats.
You,
and
I'm
it won't
watch.
come out.
Watch.
If Dawn don't get it out.
Shampoo will. It'll make it look brand new. All y'all watching at home, I'm telling you, I just gave my secret.
If money was no issue, what boat would you run?
Money was no issue, what boat would you run?
I don't want to say Icon because that's just the
nice.
the highest one.
I don't know, but I mean,
I've never
it's
been
the,
in
but it's the
Icon.
newest one.
Yeah, but I've
So,
never been in it.
I hadn't
I
either.
mean, I've looked at them.
There's a lot I ain't been in.
I could. I don't want to answer it because I mean I've only been in.
He's got the dream boat.
Them canvases
Yeah.
are nice.
Yeah.
But
If I could buy any boat, if I could buy any boat I wanted, honestly, I'd probably just buy an Icon. Just say I got an Icon.
I would buy a Falcon.
Falcons are sweet.
I honestly, but I take it. I mean, I say that, but Falcons don't have the best resale value.
This man knows good and well. If he didn't have no money problem, the dude's buying a brand spanking new bass cat.
Yeah.
Oh, now 100%. I will say I love my bass cat. Now get it in about 3 to 4 foot waves, and you gonna wish you was in a Phoenix or a Skeeter, because it'll knock your teeth out. But
How do you think Kane was performed at Murray?
well, I about died. But I'm gonna be honest. If I was in the bass cat,
That's a great pitch.
if I was in the bass cat, I probably would have died.
Well, that's
I mean, walk us through. I mean,
So we're fishing big bass, and we caught shorts. Well, not shorts. We caught like 3-pounders, which is not gonna get you paid.
no.
And we've had a good weekend, but it was Sunday, and we found this area, and I mean the waves are coming in, beating us up against the bank.
schooling fish,
But-
3
I
foot.
know.
But the fish are schooling. I mean, it's at the right time. They're biting.
I ain't ever caught schooling fish in 3 or 4 foot of chop.
I mean, it's 4 foot waves, and the fish are coming out the waves, and we're just throwing to them. I mean, I'm leaned up on the motor so I don't fall in the water.
Tanner was like that.
And so Carson looks at me and he's like, "It's getting pretty bad." He said, "Let's go weigh these 2 fish in." It's right at the end of the hour. We weigh one in at the end of the hour and weigh one in at the beginning of the hour,
Yeah.
just to put your name in the
Yeah.
in the running. So there's this one boat that comes flying by us, and we're in a creek, a big creek, and it's bad. It's 3 or 4 foot swells in the creek. Well, we hit the big water, and I look at Carson. He looks at me, and it ain't happening. So we go out, and you can't see, I don't know what, 50 yards in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sheet.
It might not have been that far.
It is a sheet in front of you. It's white. And all I see is muddy water coming over the front of the boat. Coming over the front of the boat, I'm getting soaked, Carson's soaked, everything we got's wet. We're going up and down. I look beside us, and there's a center console, like a 16-foot center console, and he is just getting killed. It's getting beat.
At least y'all didn't have Tanner driving.
Yeah.
I had Tanner driving. I was in Tanner's boat. We took 2 of them 4 foot, 3 foot, whatever you want to call it, over the front to where I was drowning.
Mm-hmm. I seen the video.
I
It
got
got rough.
videos and pictures of that.
But I saw that.
I said, "You gonna slow down? What you gonna do with them? You just gonna roll them?" He said, "No, we gonna go through them." I said, "Oh Lord."
But that center console, they came up beside us, and I felt awful for them. I really did until we got to the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Because Carson weighed the fish in, and the center console, they looked like they got beat up. They come up there and had a 6.5 pounder in 1 hour.
No wonder they.
So I didn't feel bad for them at all.
They
After
didn't
that,
care how big that wave was. They was
I
coming.
was wondering why they was on the mission to
Yeah.
get over there.
Yeah, they didn't care how big the waves were. They were coming.
I
But-
honestly think those waves were 6, 7, 8 foot.
It was rough. It's the roughest I've.
Yeah,
Been on
definitely.
That's the worst I've ever seen, Murray. It was bad.
You just got to think like coming off top of one and then going to the bottom and then looking at that next one like, oh man, this is gonna hurt.
It was bad.
Just hold on. But we're in a
What made it worse was that you couldn't see.
Yeah.
That's what made it worse. All you saw was the next wave. That was it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and you, we were in the passenger seats of the
Yeah.
boat, and it sucks when
Yeah.
you're not driving.
Yeah.
Even though you got a good boat captain.
I wouldn't want to be in a passenger seat with in that
you don't know
stuff.
what's going on inside. It's not
I
under
about
control.
got in the bottom of the boat and just curled up in the ball and just let him go. But weighed in, crunked the boat up, come out. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was a 20-minute to 30-minute
Yeah.
hurricane.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Yeah. Basically was. It was wild.
We thought we was in that rough water in that creek. We turned that corner and we said,
Do we really want to? Oh, 100%. I know that answer.
What?
A shaky head.
For the rest of your life?
throwing a jig.
Shaky head.
For the rest of your life.
100%. I have caught more 5+ pounders on a shaky head than I've done
I
anything.
have caught some good ones on shaky.
And you gonna catch little fish to big fish.
But I've caught some tried and true Carolina rig.
Well, yeah, you
I've
can
caught,
use that.
I've caught some big ones on Carolina rig.
I like it.
I caught a. When I was in high school, I caught one. It was a little over 7 out of Wiley,
Wow.
and it was with my dad, and that was one of the biggest ones I had caught so far. And I was like, man, can I get this mounted, man? I caught on Carolina rig. I was like, can I get it mounted? And he was like, you'll catch one bigger than that. So I just threw it back. I just let it go. He said, man, I was kidding. I was mad, boy.
But I know Carson's answer to that question.
I
And
answered
you
it.
do too.
I answered it. I know what y'all are gonna say, but
Yeah, jig ain't the right answer.
no, it's a
it's
No,
jig.
it's-
No.
no.
It is not the right answer.
Yeah,
If you-
the rest of my life.
If you had to throw one thing the rest of your life,
Yeah.
100%.
if it's a jig, then your live scope is gone.
Well, nobody said I had the live scope option. If I got the live scope, I'm throwing jerkbait.
No.
No, you're throwing an A-rig.
That's
Jerkbait.
it. A-rig. That's
Jerkbait.
it.
Jerkbait. Only throw the A-rig because I can cover
A-rig.
water more.
I mean, I like a Carolina rig, but after about 3 hours of throwing a Carolina rig, I'm
Well,
tired
that
of
was
it.
the first thing I ever learned how to throw. So, and you can, I can give all my secrets.
Hold on. Nah, live scope, you can
Yeah.
fish jig. You
Oh,
can, I
know
mean,
I know you can. I wasn't saying you can't. I'm just saying
the way he
the
does
way
it.
he fishes it. A lot of the times he's not going to use the live scope for a jig.
No, you can't fish a jig
I-
when you're
I
going
use-
5 mile an hour on a trolling motor.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
If I'm fishing a dock with a jig, I'm using live scope.
Well, yeah, because you're not
I'm,
on the deeper side.
I pull up on a dock and I look. I ain't no fish.
Hey, I've done
Keep on going.
figured out, but from somebody else helping me a little bit, I've done figured out how to take that active target. And I
Throw it in the trash.
no, my active target is way better than your Garmin crap.
Oh man, what you got on? What kind of wiring system you got on that sucker?
Huh?
You got a C clear harness?
No, I made a harness. I run eight all the way up. I got it on the switch. It's the same thing as a C clear.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Tanner made his own wiring harness too. It runs off a DeWalt battery.
Yep.
Huh?
Tanner's live scope runs off
Off of a DeWalt
a
battery.
lithium DeWalt battery.
Really?
Clips on the
Yeah. His daddy,
Dead battery?
His daddy made it.
sticking on one in it.
Dang.
Yeah, he's got a spare laying in there. We good to go.
Well, we pulled up to he said, "Whoa," he said, "Easy, Ryan. Garmin is clearly the best." I don't know.
You got shot down.
I don't know that active target. I ain't had a problem with it. But there's a guy at CBC Championship. I was talking to him. He said, "Come here." So he opened up his battery box compartment. He had a lithium RV battery.
Huh.
It's $300, and he said it's 100 amp hour. If you're buying your own, you know.
I've got a little small lithium battery that I was gonna run for my live. I just hadn't did it yet.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I run my live on a God, what's that? You buy the AutoZone. It's
Master Autocraft?
no, it's the Die Hard.
Oh,
I run my live scoop on an AGM Die Hard. I ain't had a problem. I run it all day. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I let Chad borrow my boat for Norman,
Yeah.
and he ran it all day and didn't die on him or nothing.
Sean, if you had to pick a one bait for the rest of your life, what you doing?
I think he said
I think he said
jig.
jig. I think he said jig.
If you can't throw a jig,
Whoa.
whoa.
I can tell you right now. I ain't picking a jerkbait for the rest of my life. You ain't gonna have no arm.
Well,
You go out there and throw a jerkbait for. We did a special little tournament one time where you could only throw one bait all day, and
I forgot about that.
I went through a jerkbait all day.
Yeah, same here.
I was done.
That's like throwing a frog.
I was driving home like this. This one was limp. I was just driving like that.
Throw it on my spinner
Now-
rod. I'm telling you,
That's
boy.
an old Jeff Wall special right there. That's a Jeff Wall special.
That's what I used to
Spinner
do
rod.
when I couldn't get that jerk in motion. I had to use a spinning rod so I could use my right hand and do it like that.
Yeah.
But Sean,
That's how he throws it. He throws
What?
the spinner rod.
what ounce jig are you throwing in 40 foot to 70 foot of water? Are you waiting 10 years to get it down there? Are we throwing like 3/4 ounce
That's what.
to an ounce?
Yeah, that's what he does. He goes out there first of the year and flips it down. He don't set the hook till Christmas. It's his present.
Because I'm a 3/8 man to a half.
I like a half.
See, when they ain't biting that half, you go down at 3/8. It falls a little bit slower.
If you fishing shallow, like 4 foot,
Yeah.
about 3/8, but 5, 6, and they're biting decent, you can get away with the half.
Dang, he said he said half.
Where did
It went. I thought he would say like 3/4.
how long? What depth you fishing with the half ounce?
He throws it, and then he sits it down. And he throws another one.
Hey, I mean, 40 foot of water. I can take.
At least a minute.
And I'm
30
going
seconds?
20 seconds, maybe just for it to hit the bottom.
Unless you fishing for suspended fish and you're trying to pull them down. You want them to fall. You want it to fall slowly.
Maybe it's throwing a swim jig. Didn't say what kind. Flipping jig.
Yeah. But no, we all will have to plan us a trip, come out there and fish with him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
He needs to come down here. He needs to make a trip down here and come fish with us. Hang
He
out.
came down to Norman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to come down here and fish and.
Well, I'm saying he
Yeah,
came
hey,
down to Norman.
We'll bring
I'm
you.
just saying, come and hang out with us. And we all.
And I got a lake for him.
Don't say water.
Watery.
Yeah,
Look, watery one day, and then we'll go to Fishing Creek the next.
Oh,
We might catch.
set up for disappointment.
We'll catch fish
We'll
on
catch him
watery.
at Fishing Creek.
No,
Yeah, we
no. Fishing
will.
Creek sucks.
We'll catch him there.
No. I live on Fishing Creek. It sucks. I live 5 minutes away from that place.
I want to turn. Me and my daddy want to turn there.
3
I,
pounds.
hey, I want a tournament with 8 pounds
That
there.
thing, you want 3 pounds, baby? We want it.
That place sucks.
Oh, what did it say?
The Mickey rig.
What's a Sandy rig?
What's the Cindy rig?
Whatever you want to call it. Oh, I guess another name for Demiki. Like I said, they got different names for up there.
Yeah.
What about a Tokyo rig?
Down throw them.
Out there
I'm
then?
tell you what,
I don't know.
that's the largest, fastest bag I've ever seen come out of Santee was on a dang Tokyo rig.
Really?
And I bought them. So next time I go down there, I'm throwing it. It wasn't that Tokyo rig. It was something special.
Man, it's location on Sandy.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's
Dude.
location.
That's all it is, and that's what we
I
kind
went
of
back to
got off. We kind of got off topic, but I was wanting to mention that about like who won the championship and all that. Them locals on Santee, man. If you there's certain trees that they got,
Mm-hmm.
and
Got gold underneath.
somebody that goes down there twice, 3 times a year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless you know the people that live there, or either you just happen to stumble across it and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna look at them, you'll go right past them.
Even
You
like
never know it.
leading up to spring, it's like, oh man, they're on the trees. But heck,
Yeah.
which trees? The front group of trees? The mid group of trees? Like,
Yeah, you
And
6
it-
foot.
it's crazy. They know exactly what it is, and they'll run that whole entire lake and go fish them all.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'll pull up and fish about 1,000 of them.
They all look like they got fish on
I
them.
know.
But I've talked to a couple older guys that fish there, and it's all about the root system.
Yeah.
They can
Cypress
look at a
weeds.
tree and tell you if it's the right one. They said there might be 50. He said they ain't. We were 5. It's got fish on them.
Yeah.
well, did he tell you what to look for?
Yeah, but they
No,
all
we-
look the same. Still, he told me what to look for, and I'm like, They all look the same.
What'd
No,
he say?
I was told.
What'd he
I
say?
have to tell you off camera.
Yeah, off camera, yeah. I was told to go look for a certain tree, and I thought I found it, but there wasn't no fish on it.
Well, I'll fish 50 of them, get bit on one. I'm like, that's it. Look at that one. Look at the rest I just fished. They look the same.
Yeah.
It's all about. He said it's all about the top of the tree.
Well, the
where moss
farther,
is and all that.
the longest branch on that tree is going to be the same length as the root system underneath. So as far as those branches go out, that's how far the root system comes out from underneath that tree. That's with any tree. The pine trees out here, like any type of trees, the longest branch is the length of the root.
Hey, it sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's got to practice. He's a salesman now. He's got to be able to say that pitch.
Look it up. I promise you. Any tree, longest branch is the same length as the root system. So like if you go out here at the driveway and you go to pull up a tree, and you're worried about hitting something, it's just look at the limbs, and if there ain't no limbs on this side,
We're getting a lesson tonight.
look.
Hey, I mean, I didn't know you studied trees.
Pull up so many of them, and you eventually figure it out. But
Part-time salesman, part-time tree.
tree remover. But I mean, if you look at a cypress tree, like some of them, little branches on them, young tree, a young tree, and it ain't got much of a root system on it. And you look at one that's got all the stuff hanging off of it. Right there is the largest root system on that tree.
Well, hey, you might have looked at one when you go back.
It don't work out there.
Well, I ain't going back to that place till next year because I
Yeah.
absolutely have to.
Yeah, I ain't going until next year.
But the guys that won it, they had. I don't know what they were doing. They had to be fishing trees. I know what the guy in second place was doing.
Yeah, we talked on the phone about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
he wasn't fishing trees.
Knock down some trees, not. We're going.
That's funny. But like I said earlier, man, I'm gonna try to go get on the water in the morning. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna try. I am. I'm gonna go meet up with Nick with Bass Mooch and go try to do a little bit of filming, see if we can't catch a couple big ones. And then I'm gonna probably fish a little tournament on Norman. I was wanting to fish the Special Olympics this weekend, but I didn't have time to get registered in and all that. And then I'm pretty sure the lake's off limits this week, so I wouldn't have been able to go do no filming. So.
What you doing Saturday?
Working. Yeah. I gotta work all day Saturday.
Do you?
Yeah, there's a 2-day on Watery Championship. I didn't need but 2 more tournaments and to fish it, and they had 2 more last couple of weeks. And I looked at the schedule and looked at my work schedule, and I said, "Well, I'm not even going to try to fish them. You just have to fish 6 to qualify." And but I've been doing really well on Watery lately, like
That's
really
good.
well. And
Last time we was up at Watery, we did not do well.
so I'm hoping.
with anything.
I'm hoping my buddy that's fishing it does well. I'm gonna go down there Sunday and watch the weigh in. But it's fishing better than it has in years.
Yeah.
Like they pulled the water down 4 foot or more than that, 6 foot or whatever, and it's easy. I mean, it's not that like early in the morning in May. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It's gotten a little bit harder as a couple months went on, but.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I hope they bite pretty decent tomorrow, so I can catch some good ones on film.
Yep, his fishing's going downhill.
And then I'm probably gonna might go get in the woods Saturday night.
Now I'll be in the woods Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon.
Well, I'm probably gonna go run some dogs there tonight. See if we can't increase
You got to
some
give him.
coons.
Look at that. You got to give him some bass mooch. And congratulations on you, youngin.
Yeah, congratulations on that. Yeah, we'll see what we can try to work out.
What are you doing Sunday?
He said he's getting in the tree.
I'm getting in. I'll be in the tree Sunday morning.
That's what we gotta. I don't know if you've watched a couple episodes, but that's the thing with this new name, whatever, Cast and Blast Outdoors. We try to do. We're gonna try to do everything outdoors. So fishing, hunting, whatever. So we'll have to. Might have to either get you to set a camera up or.
Hey,
That's
just
what I
Or we go
video,
with, yeah,
like
video. We go with you one. We just like we plan a trip, come with you one day,
Come
or
on.
video
see what
everything.
we can do. Because
I'm
all
telling
whoever we get on the show, man, they're tied in with Cast and Blast, and so you might just see them up on the YouTube channel one time. It might not, you know what I'm saying? Whoever you've seen on the show, you're probably gonna see up on the YouTube channel at some point. So.
Well, I'd love to, honestly, because the next 3 weeks are going to be dumb. I mean, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
I ain't been able to because I was fishing for the week and I had to work this week. But the next couple weeks, it's going to be pretty nasty. I killed one 2 weeks ago. And I wish I would have recorded that one.
Yeah.
I mean, the buck come up behind, the 3 does come out in front of me. They come around me, went down in the holler, and I hear grunting. They all come up. He's chasing after them. I look, I see Rat. Runs to the left, runs in front of me, stops in front of 3 trees. Never got a great look at his Rat. And I said, you know what? Take 2 steps. He took 2 steps, and I rolled him. I wish I'd have filmed it. I really do.
Yeah. I wish we'd have filmed ours. We about had a 6-point.
Really?
Yeah. With my truck.
On the
we
way.
talked about that last week. Yeah, when we
Really?
was down there at Greenwood. Yeah. You was talking about coming out in front of you and walk. Same thing. Come out in front of us and started walking in front of the truck. Or running.
He ran across the road, then back in the road, and was running right in front of us.
Yeah. And then
Oh
just
my God.
decided to stop. I looked like
We locked him
seriously
up
had
3
locked
separate
up,
times.
Like where you could hear it.
It was going to be bad.
And I looked at him, I said, we're hitting him.
Hold on.
And he said we touched hair. We
Yeah.
grazed him.
We tapped him barely.
Yeah, it was close.
On my way here tonight.
You better go slow on the way out.
Well, I was coming through near Chester,
Mm-hmm.
and I come out, and I was going through this field. I don't know what way GPS took. I ain't doing that crap on the way back. I can tell you that. And I look in a field, and there's just 2 does right here, and a deer in the back, and then to the left of him, there's another one. And I look, and I say, does, little buck, oh, monster.
Mm.
He was standing there looking at me. I looked
He
around.
reached over in the passenger
Yeah,
seat.
he said.
Look, it's in the back seat now. It's in the back. I didn't do it. So, I mean, don't take me to jail. But it was a stud. And the gun was in the case. If the gun hadn't been in the case,
Might have been
it'd have been a different
different
story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to record some, honestly.
Yeah, you need to, and we'll try to. If you can get some recorded, we'll try to put them up on the page or on the YouTube channel.
Because I got them big cutovers, and they'll be like running. I mean, I went last Tuesday and seen like 5 or 6 deer. Had a 6-point come out. I grunted him in, and he's turning around. He's big and wide. He's probably 14 inches. And I hit the grunt. He looked up. He come running to me. And then he turned off when he realized there wasn't nothing out there.
My buddy I work with, Carson, has a chance. Last week, he got, how big was that deer? It was an 8, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He got an 8.1, or he got a coyote first. As soon as he got there, it come running across and he just popped it. Coyote, bam, down. And his buddy texted him, said, "You already shooting?" Like, his buddy wasn't even up in the stand yet. That's how soon it was. He got up in the stand, shot an 8-point that he's been seeing on camera. Went back next night and shot a fox. So he was shooting everything.
Now y'all season up here is weird, ain't it? Is it open?
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay, because ours opens like way before yours.
Your gun season, well, bow season opens like September
Yeah,
something.
low country,
September.
like the lowest part of South Carolina's been shooting with a rifle since August 15th.
Mm.
Like
But-
August 15th, low country, half of low country comes in bow season, and half of it comes in rifle.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's something with the management.
That's where I hunted growing up, and I mean, it ain't no fun going out there in August and
It's
sitting in the
hot.
thing,
Oh, it's hot. Gosh, it's hot.
sitting there sweating. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. I think I'd rather be up in a tree, just a little chilly.
September's still hot.
Yeah.
Bow hunting, it don't feel right. But now it's cold as all get out.
Appreciate the comments, Sean, and the questions, and
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool tonight.
thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in.
Yeah, we'll have to get hopefully get some more people on here interacting
Mm-hmm.
with some comments and stuff, and we'll have old Ryan back on the show.
We'll give him a shout out. He drove an hour and 45 minutes up here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
did.
drove an hour and 45 just to be up on this sucker.
yeah. So we'll have to try to plan it where you can come back maybe in a month or so you ain't gotta make that drive.
Ain't no big deal to me.
So you ain't gotta make that drive all the time, but it's cool having little special guests come on and stuff. I like that. It's pretty cool,
Mm-hmm.
and it just gives us a little bit of different stories, talk about whatever. So we ain't talking about the same stuff all the time. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we really appreciate you coming out. So that was
I appreciate y'all having me.
yeah, it was good. Other than you want to cover anything else tonight or?
No, I mean, I uploaded a little video on last weekend, and this coming weekend
Yeah.
we'll have some more stuff coming out.
Yeah. If you don't, head over to YouTube and give the Cast and Blast Outdoors page a subscribe, and go follow the TikTok. Try to get that thing going and
Yeah,
get some videos posted up on that, because we got to get 1,000 followers on it before we can go live there too. So we'll get that going, and then try to get everything else in the
Mm-hmm.
swing of it. It'll come along. But I like the new format. I think it's cool being able to mix it up a little bit, do all kind of fishing, all kind of hunting, not
Yeah.
just talking same old stuff every time. So it's pretty cool. You can kind of like almost cover season by season pretty much
Mhm.
as
Have new content all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, and still cover fishing all year long, because we all fish all year long, but we also hunt and do other stuff. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, tune in next week,
Yep. Episode 22 is next week.
episode 22.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting up there a little bit.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah. So yeah, next week, episode 22, 8 o'clock on Thursday. And we'll see you then, right?
Mm-hmm. Thanks for tuning in.
Sounds good.